Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
So I have to be honest and let you know that I screamed a little bit when I heard you say, "What's up, baby?" Ah, man, like what? What are we gonna do? Because this is torture.
Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my.
From a spark to a flame, it burns bright. Like the feeling when you finally got my name right. Like a star in the dark, you provide light. Yeah, this could turn into something if we align right. I see you trying to change your life cause you want better. What I'm convinced in 6 months better is together. A story written for the ages, so in this short time, let's be open books. Explore pages like, are you down through all the changes? Jah finds out I'm an Israelite. I lose wages, how about the times and every month when you change phases? And after that, getting your cheeks clapped in different places. Matter of fact, I tell you now, you'll need leg braces, cause after camp do benevolence, sensations, and after camp excavations and temptations. Move that damn hand, girl, that's a violation. Can you follow orders, I wonder, cause when I'm mad, my voice sound like thunder. It's all love, my pretty dove, just want you to be something that I'm proud of. It's my job to correct, so never disrespect. A white rose, you want to be chose, I'ma hit your camp leader, see how it goes, and pray the heat on the pose, cause that's how this old UPK thing goes. Decently and in order so we escape woes. You really do impress me, and now I can't wait until your spirit reflects me. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you accept me, and take the steps to call my camp leader and
Just
request
call
me.
my camp leader and request me. Call my camp leader and request me. Just call my.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting excited. Oh, yeah. I'm getting excited. Yeah, I did hear that music.
Seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed an old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the Most High. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I see a man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky, that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in, yeah. But that was my niggas, yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rawan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general, yeah. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, like you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them, I see them dapping, man, hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves. went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey.
Soda's only 99 cents.
Yo. There's pressure that comes with the block. You could end up inside of a box when you get your knob buzzed by an op after getting set up by a thought. Opportunity, it doesn't knock. No, that sound right there be the cops. Yep. And all of that stress that we talking still beats punching the clock. You think I wanna sweep your floor from 8 to 4? Fuck, I wanna take your orders for when your favorite star got an Audemars that's worth more than mama's car. Type of shit make you wanna say fuck the law. When your rent's due and your piss poor, nigga, we don't even own our own corner store. So quarter waters cost a quarter more, huh? Wanna be an entrepreneur? We want sign checks. We want work for ourselves. We want on the nets. You're too much of a threat when you're on your own assets. So the only thing they show us is how to be an outlet. So we won't connect. They say hi like hola. Listen to Hova. Whip up a Rover. Been watching Power. Tommy and Ghost, bruh. So I need some powder. Fish scale and soda for 99 cents.
Hard to repent when you gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, oh, make it make sense. Baking soda's only 99 cents. It's hard to repent when you gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, oh, make it make sense. Yeah. See, the money is a motive. Repeat my history, crack cocaine is like the motif. It's plain and simple, way back then my mother hustled. It's in my blood, so I feel like it's time to grind. Just like the times when niggas lied. Hold up, back then was the bad days. Motherfuckers push mad weight, I was a crack baby. Tell me nothing about my mother and the struggle. See, I love you in this fucking trying to smoke what she hustle. Selling everything in the house, goddamn. She ain't give a damn about the stars, goddamn. So my oldest brother had to man up, had to take care of us in the piece with 4 kids. And one on the way with no clip, no food in the fridge, on some post shit. Got food stamps from the neighbors. Ty worth ain't ask no favors. Late night he was shot bodegas. Over bread is a me some mayo. Kool-Aid had about 4 flavors. And when I went to cash out, Aki lashed out. Told him he'd take food stamps. $15 for that kid. Fuck all that shit. Then the young nigga noticed that it could be the coldest. Take back what they owed us. Whole world on the shoulders. No food in the kitchen but the stove work. $10 in the sack and he points to the back. Say, let me get that soda. 99 cents. It's hard to repent when you gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, oh, make it make sense. Baking soda's only 99 cents. It's hard to repent when you gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, oh, make it make sense. Yeah.
So let me get this shit straight. So I gotta go take out loans to go to school, to get a job, just to pay for the loans I took out in the first place. I'm looking at this arm and hammer like I should have a hammer in my arm right goddamn now. Shit ain't make no sense. Lord, make it make sense. Goddamn.
Baking soda's only 99 cents. Hey, it's hard to repent when you gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, make it make sense. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Only 99. Gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, make it make sense. Baking soda's only 99 cents.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass. Need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to drop. It's about to get serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know your ass need to stop and ask you. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to one with step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can't afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Yo, shalom, 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 Israel, shalom, Atlanta, shalom, cyberspace. Shalom to all my brothers and all my sisters, man. You live and direct with Precinct Officer 50, Gakuan out of Atlanta, man.
Right.
You live and direct with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, man, we've been bringing out the truth of the Bible, man. We've been bringing out the true identity of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, man. And the 12 lost tribes of Israel are the black man, the native Indian, the Native American Indian man, and the Hispanic man. And we just been bringing out the truth, man. We've been bringing out the true identity of the Israelites, man. We've been bringing out the true identity of the chosen people of God, man. And we also have been teaching our people who our true enemy is, man, and he is the oppressor, and he is also the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And that term can almost be a blanket statement, man. The devil that the Bible speaks of, who is the oppressor can be the white man, the African man, he could be the Chinese man, he could be the East Indian man, he could be the Arab man. The devil that the Bible speaks of is every lying tongue or every hand that played a part in the oppression of the children of the Most High, man. And we just teach our people, man, who those different nations are, and we teach our people how to identify those nations through these scriptures. We teach our people how to identify themselves through these scriptures, man. We've been doing that since 1969 under Commander General Yohana, man. So, man, we just bring out the truth, and we try to wake up our people of their identity. We try to wake up our people to their culture. We try to wake up our people, man, to their heritage. Yo, Adawan, somebody tap in the backstage, if you could, sir. So, man, with that being said, man, tonight, man, you in for a treat, man. You in the Lashawan Qadash class, man. Tonight is the Hebrew class. Lashawan Qadash means holy tongue, man. And this is the class that we teach our people to get back to their native language. Get back to them tongues, man, that the scriptures speak about. It ain't that bobbly boop, that bull crap that they be speaking in the Christian church. That ain't tongues, man. Tongues, the term tongue in the scripture means language, and tongues just means different languages. So we're gonna get back to our native tongue. We're gonna get back to just the way we used to write. We're gonna get back to our native way of reading. We're gonna get back to our native way of speaking, man. And that's the beauty of the Lashawan Qadash class, man. It's Friday, man. So we're gonna get to it, man. I'm gonna pull up a few scriptures just to give the basis of this class tonight, man. And I know most of y'all out there, man. Most of y'all out there is celebrating Juneteenth tonight. Juneteenth is the government holiday. That is the holiday for today, and we not celebrating that because Juneteenth is a farce. Juneteenth is some BS. Juneteenth is some trash, man. Because Juneteenth, 1856, they proclaimed that the slave was free, but all of our ancestors weren't free. We still ain't free to this day. They just changed the type of shackles we got, man. The type of shackles that we do have is a physical shackle, or the type of shackles we had was physical shackles. Now we have mental shackles. Now we have psychological shackles. Now we have spiritual shackles. We're spiritually shackled in this hell that we live in, man. And America is hell on earth, man. And that is the reality we've been living, man. And the reality we've been experiencing, man. So with that being said, man, we ain't celebrating Juneteenth. We're gonna bring out some history on Juneteenth. We're gonna bring out some history on you, black man. We're gonna bring out some history, just period history or whatever, man. And y'all can all Google all the facts that's coming out tonight, man. Look like we got that boy, young man Chris, man, in the backstage. We gonna bring you in a minute. Tawada for checking in. Tawada for tapping in with us, man. Also, man, we all the check-ins tonight. The water for the check-ins tonight. Let me see who we got up here, man. Got a couple check-ins and it's smooth, man. The water Elder Charles for checking in, man. You stay strong. You always be checking in. The water for you, brother, coming through. We also, man, my nigga, man. We got Quatab Ya'ala in the back chat, man. The water for checking in as well, Quatab. I'm gonna holler at you a little bit later, man. We got to chop it up, man. So the water for y'all tapping in tonight. We're gonna get in on some of these scriptures. These are the base scriptures for tonight. We're going to get into Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. The book of Zephaniah reads, this is chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. This is damn near a commandment, man. This is an order, man. Zephaniah the prophet he's giving us a word, or he's giving us the message from the Most High that he received. And his message was for all of Israel to gather themselves together. All of Israel means all 12 tribes, man. No matter what tribe you are from, no matter what nation you have been dispersed to, no matter what corner of the earth you have been spread to, he gave us an order to gather ourselves together because that's what the Most High told him. The Most High commanded and the Most High ordered us for us to gather ourselves together. You got your man Chris in the back chat trying to tap in. He on Streamline, on StreamYard.
Is he added?
Oh, did you already? You already had him. So,
yeah, you can change the aspect. Yeah. There you go. No. There you go.
My brother, the water. Yo, young man Christian, how about Shimya? How was Shabaraka? My brother, man. Good to see you, man. The water for checking in. The water for tapping in, my brother.
Shalom, sir. How about Shimya? Shabaraka?
In the building, man. Yeah, most definitely, man. Water for coming through, man. We're gonna get to a few scriptures. We're gonna get in on some of this history. We don't get in too much of the Juneteenth history. We're gonna get more so into the history of the Hebrew, the contemporary, which is the modern. We're gonna get into the paleo, which is the ancient, man. So the water for checking in, man. Hopefully you get some edification out of this one. But yeah, Most High Christ. Also, whatever sisters are online, Yahweh Shamar, Alathamba, Shimya Washai. What that means is may the Lord watch over you in the name of Christ. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shabarakatah means may the Lord bless you in the name of Christ. And it's almost like a prayer. So when we say that, you got to have your head uncovered. And that's what we are praying that the Lord does. We pray that the Lord blesses you in the name of Christ. So when we say that, that's a prayer to you, my brothers. That's also it also can be looked at as a prayer to the sisters. May the Lord watch over the sisters as well. So that's the Hebrew to the English right there, man. But back to Zephaniah 2:1. The Lord commands us to gather ourselves together. And I'm going to read one more scripture down, man, because I hear a lot of these individualites, or a lot of people that are kind of privy to knowing who they are, but don't necessarily gather themselves with the nation or gather themselves with the true body, who is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We are the true body and the one and only body. What they think is that when Christ comes back, that's when we are going to gather ourselves together. But the scriptures tell us something different. The scriptures tell us to gather ourselves together before. So I'm gonna go down one more scripture. This is Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 2. It says, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. What is the day of the Lord's anger? What is the fierce anger of the Lord? That's the day of judgment. That's when the Lord plans on bringing judgment on this earth, on this ground that we walking on. The Lord is going to scorch it with fire, man. It's going to be nuclear warfare going on right here, man. It's going to be World War III going on, man, because America has done some things to the children of the Most High that the Most High has to get his recompense for, man. And the day of the Lord, this is what it's talking about. So the scriptures command us and it orders us to gather ourselves together, man, before that day. So we should be gathering ourselves together. We should be coming like you, young man, Chris. You come through every Sabbath, man. You checking in the class right now, man. Man, that's a powerful zeal, my brother. That's a mighty thing that you're doing, man. And I pray that the Lord keeps you strong in doing that, and you continue to come through, man, to gather yourselves with your brothers, man, because what we do by gathering ourselves, we build a rapport, we build brotherhood, we build relationships, man. We get our families together. Our families build that rapport. They build those relationships, man, and that's how we gather the nation together. That's how the nation becomes a nation. Because what is a nation? A nation is a community of families. So by us bringing our families together, we become that community. And through that community, we become a nation, man. So what you're doing is a powerful thing, man. Chris, the water for checking in, man.
Most High in Christ, sir.
Hey, Most High in Christ to you, my brother. We gonna get two more scriptures, man. We're gonna tap into Zephaniah chapter 3 and verses 8 through 9. These are wheelhouse scriptures. These are scriptures we all should have in our notes. We all should have in our back pockets. We all should keep these scriptures close, man, because these are, most people refer to Zephaniah as one of the minor prophets. I don't like calling any of the prophets minor. These are like, I call them all major. some scholars, they refer to some of the different books as minor prophets, some of the different books as major prophets, depending on the scriptures that are most tapped into, man. But all the prophets are major to me, man. So this is Zephaniah right here, man. We're gonna get into the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, in verse 8. And then we're gonna take it to 9. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. This is prophecy of the Lord foretelling when he will rise up to those enemies I was telling y'all about, to those enemies that had a hand in the destruction of the Lord's people. He says, wait until he rises up. For my determination is to gather the nations. We've seen it again. This is 1 chapter forward. He's telling us until he gathers the nation, man. He says, wait, man. Wait until he comes and sees that prey. Wait until he rises up to that prey. For his determination is to gather the nations, man. That's what we're doing right here, man. We're gathering ourselves. That I may assemble the kingdoms. That's gathering the king. That's the different tribes. We're gathering ourselves together, man. Gathering the kingdoms, gathering the nations. To pour upon them my indignation. Oh, Salaki. The nations he's gathering. The kingdoms are who he's going to judge. These are who we're up under. This is who we are in captivity. These are who are occupying us at the time, man. We're in captivity with these nations, man. So he's gathering the kingdoms as well as he's gathering the nation. When he gathers these kingdoms, he's going to pour his indignation upon them. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with fire of my jealousy. It's a figurative fire, man, and this is a literal fire, man. That fire is going to be nuclear warfare, man. World War III will be coming soon, man, because, I mean, this earth has to be judged, man, for what they did, man. Verse 9, for then I will turn to my people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. So once he gathers the nations together, once he pours upon those kingdoms that have his nations in captivity, he pours that fire upon them and he judges them, then he will turn to the earth that pure language. What is that pure language? That Lashawan Qadash we're learning today. The Lashawan Qadash we're teaching our kids. That Lashawan Qadash, we come together and speak with each other. The SHALAM, the Wada, the Ayandabar. I mean, you're welcome. All the that pure language is the original. That is the Paleo Hebrew that we learned, that we're learning, or the Paleo Hebrew that we had, that our ancestors spoke. So that's the language he's going to turn to the earth once he pours out his wrath and pours out that fire, man. He's going to turn to the earth that language, which is the ancient Hebrew, man. And that's what we just get back to, man. We learning it now so we can know it, so our kids will know it, so it will be in the earth when the Lord comes back and judges the earth, man. When the Lord comes back and judges the earth, then we rise to rulership, then we rise to our respective places, man, upon the earth, man, once we start living righteously, once we start getting back to the laws, once we start getting back to the statutes and commandments of the Most High, then we can teach the earth that pure language. And what is that pure language? Lashawan Qadash. So that's the second verse, man. These are some good verses just to keep, man. Those will be the basis of tonight, man. The pure language that we are learning, which is the original Hebrew, the pure language that we're gonna learn to write, the pure language that we're gonna learn to read. We're gonna get all to it, man. So that's what we're doing, man. I'm gonna get one more scripture, and then we're gonna jump into some of the history of the ancient Hebrew. We're gonna jump into the history of the Assyrian Hebrew. We're gonna jump into the history of how we get the modern Hebrew. We're gonna go to Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 16. This is another wheelhouse scripture that I would suggest everybody, tap into. Everybody write it down. Everybody get their notes right with this one, man, because this is a dope scripture, man. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 16. Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. Where we at with it? Go. All right, Jeremiah chapter 6. Verse 16. All right, there we go. This is the third scripture that we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into some more, but this is the one. These kind of set the tone. And he set the foundation for the class tonight. Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16 reads, "Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths." Thus saith the Lord is the Lord speaking, man. What he's saying is stand in the ways. There are going to be multiple ways as we're traveling through life, as we're walking through life. There's going to be multiple ways. You're going to have the way of Christianity. You're going to have the way of Islam. You're going to have the way of that Egyptian science, Egyptology. You're going to have these different ways that you're going to see. Stand in those ways and see. Look at them, observe them. See what's going on. Don't jump into them, though. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Be as wise as a serpent and as harmless as a dove. See what's going on in these different ways, man. You're going to see the different ways, man, and you see what's going on. Just know that they're there and know it's around you so you can be abreast of what's happening, man. Stand in those ways and see. Ask for the old past, man. Ask for the ways of your ancestors. Ask for the ways that our predecessors took, or our predecessors went on. And the reason why we are even in the predicament that we're in, the reason why we even have to celebrate a Juneteenth is because our ancestors chose those different ways. The ways that they stood in and seen, they chose the ways of these other gods. They chose the ways of idolatry. They chose the ways that were in direct opposition to the Most High of their forefathers, man. So what we do today is that we stand in the ways and we seeing what's going on. We see Islam, see them brothers jumping into becoming Muslims. We see these brothers jumping into thinking that they from Egypt and all that nonsense. We seeing that, man, and brothers are jumping into it because they don't have a sense of identity. They don't know who they are. They don't know the true old ways. What we do is, man, we see what's going on, man, and we get back into the ways of our forefathers, which is the ways of this Holy Bible right here, the ways of the scriptures. We get back into our native tongue. We get back into our native culture and our native way of us conducting ourselves, man. So we get back to those old paths, and that's the old paths that the scripture's talking about. Where is the good way? And walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. But what it's saying is, man, we stand in the ways, we find the old paths. And in us finding that old paths, man, we find the good way. The good way is the old paths. And then we walk therein. That's us being obedient, man, and getting back to our culture. That's us following and being disciplined and doing what our ancestors were supposed to do and what they did do at times, man. When we find those old paths in the old paths, we figure out that it's the good way. When we find that good way, figure out that gives you rest, man. You ain't out here spinning your wheels, man. You ain't out here running that rat race that got everybody, niggas don't sleep. You hear niggas talking, you hear brothers and sisters talking about, hey, no sleep game, man. I don't sleep. Man, that's the rat race. You spinning your wheels, man, and you don't get rest in that. There's no peace in the way of the world, man. There's no peace in these different ways that everybody else is following. Once we can get back to the scriptures, once we can get back to our native ways, especially our native tongue, once we can get back to the native ways, man, then we can find rest, man. Then we can get peace, man. And the Most High, will allow us, man, to have some rest, man. When I'm seeing the check-ins too, man, we Ra, man, how about Shimmy Shabbat, my brother, the water for checking in, Ra. We always there. Osalagi, Yahal, Shamar, Al-Thumba, Shimmy Awashah, to Sister Micaiah, the water for checking in, sis. And my nigga Kutab, man, what you got, man? Let's get, man, bars. So that Joel, that's one of my favorite books as well. I think he's known as a major prophet, but like I said, we don't do the major or the minors. We're gonna tap into that, matter of fact. Let's pull that up. Let's get into Joel. The water for that Quatal. Let's see what you got in Joel. We're gonna go to the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 4. Joel chapter 2 and verse 4. Let's get there real quick. Let's see what you got, Kashab. I know it's fire. You send it through. So this is the book of Joel. Said this is a precept for Zephaniah chapter 3 and 8. This is the book of Joel chapter 2 and verse 4. The appearance of them as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Joel is a dope book, man. That's a dope book. For the Zephaniah 3 and 8, which was basically telling us to get when the Lord pours out his wrath and his fire, and when the Lord gathers the nations and gathers the kingdoms, this is technically, this is a description of what will be happening. The Zephaniah 3 and 8 was the outcome, or that was, I would say that was in a nutshell. This is the description. We read further into Joel, it's going to give us more detail of what will be having, or what will be happening in the intricacies. So that's a good precept, man. The water for that, my brother. The water for that. That's a smooth precept, man, just for end times and the end time prophecy. This will be a time, and Joel speaks on the end times and when the Lord will pour out his wrath. He speaks on recompense. I like that Joel 3 when it talks about how the Lord will drop that recompense on the heads of them dirty, stinking Africans that had a hand in selling our ancestors to the Europeans. It speaks on Edom and Esau, man, being utterly destroyed. Like Joel is dope, man. Y'all check out Joel when y'all get a chance. I think it's like 4 chapters in Joel. It's a dope book, man, and it speaks on the times that we living in or the times that's to come, man. So the water for that precept, my nigga. The water, my brother. So those precepts right there were the precursors or the foundations of what we're gonna tap into, man. We're gonna definitely get into some of this Hebrew, and we're just gonna get into the history of it, man. What you see behind me, you see what we got right here. We got the Lashawan Qadash. At the top, we have the Paleo, which is the ancient. The Paleo is the original. Paleo is the old Hebrew. It's the olden times. It's the ancient. You see, the Paleo is a totally different script than the bottom. At the bottom, we have the Assyrian original, and this is what we got after our ancestors went through slavery and went through captivity. Our ancestors went through an Assyrian captivity, and that, in a sense, bastardized the language and bastardized the alphabet. And it transformed it, evolved it into a whole different, almost a whole different script. You'll see some of the characters in the Assyrian kind of still carry the same characteristics of some of the Paleo. And I mean, it's still kind of the same, but you just see a difference. We're going to go through that as well. When you hear the term alphabet, man, the term alphabet, like we use that in today's in English, alphabet, man. Where do we get that term from? Where does that term come from? The term alphabet comes from the Greeks. But where does it originally come from? When you hear the term alphabet, you hear alpha and you hear bet. Alphabet is A and B. You have alpha in the Greek, which is their first letter of their alphabet. Alpha, like, you know, when Negroes go to they go to HBCUs and turn Greek and they become, you know, the Greek organizations. You have the alphas and you have the sigmas, gammas, and all. These are all letters of the Greek alphabet. Bet stands for beta. You have alpha and beta, and that's where you get the alphabet from. But where does alpha and beta come from? The Greeks didn't even have an alphabet or a letter system. They didn't have an alphabet system or a letter system until they came into contact with the Phoenicians. The Phoenicians were Africans. The only reason why they had to come up with the alphabet system was because they had to get into trade. They wouldn't have been able to trade their goods at the time of the Greek. Shoot up. Yeah, how about you? What it do?
Good.
My boy, you good?
I'm good.
That's what's up. Good to see you. But yeah, you wouldn't even have an alphabet system, man, if it wasn't for the Phoenicians. Where the Phoenicians incorporated, where did they get their alphabets from? Alpha actually comes from the I and the Ba. It comes from Allah and Baya. We're actually going to get into some sight words. But the Greeks got it from the Phoenicians. The Phoenicians got it from the Hebrews, man. The Israelites, if you will. They got it from the Hebrews, man. Hebrew is actually the foundational building block of the alphabets of every language. The Hebrew language, man. And we're going to tap into some of that. We'll get into some of these sight words, actually. And I'm going to give y'all some background on some of the sight words. But yeah, that's where we get the term alphabet from. It comes from the Hebrew, which the Greeks had to learn to even be able to do trade. And through them learning that to do trade, we got no markers. That, in a sense, taught them how to write and read. So that's the beauty, man, of our language. That's the beauty of our culture, man. Our culture and our language is actually the building blocks of the culture and the language of the world, of the planet, man. What we're going to do is, matter of fact, I'm moving a little fast. I'm not sure how many classes you came through, young man Chris. I don't know if you can see this. We got the alphabets back here. I'm gonna let you if you see you on mute right now, but yeah, if you can, I'm gonna let you read through them. So what we have right here, man, we're gonna go through we're gonna do a lot of it on the paleo. We like to keep it as less watered down as we can, man. So what we got is, man, we got the ah, we have the ba, we have the ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, kwa, ra, sha, ta. I'm gonna let you say it. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if this is close enough for you, young man Chris. I mean, we got a pretty cool way how we do it. This is you know Negroes, man. We like to keep it we like to make everything into we like music. I'll say that. We are rhythmic people. We're a people we love cadences. That's how our music is so capturing, and how our music is so appealing in a sense. The water for that, my brother. The water, Ottawa. Our music's so appealing and so capturing because it all has a cadence, it all has a rhythm, it has a flow to it, man. So easy way how I remember and how we kind of remember it in the school, we do a cadence with it. I don't know if y'all can see, we got these red lines right here. Those red lines get us in that cadence. It's almost like poetry. Like poetry has certain structures, and you have different types of poetry that have different structures in the way the sentences or the way the cadences are even spoken. We do that with the alphabet. It's almost like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. They make a song to it, and that's how we're able to remember the English alphabet. How we remember the Hebrew alphabet. We do it like this. Abba, Gada, Hawaza, Kataya, Kala, Mana, Sa, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Rashata. Now, that might have been a little fast, but I'm gonna do it slow. It's a 5, a 3. Oh no, it's a 6. My bad. Yeah, it's a 6. 1, 2, 3. No, it's a 7, a 3. Dang, it's 7, 3, 7, 2, 3. We ain't gonna make it difficult, but this is basically what it is. That makes it a little difficult, man. All right, so boom. I'm gonna say it one more time, and then Chris, I'm gonna let you say it if you can see it, man.
Sir.
So, my nigga. Abagada Hawaza Ataya Kala Mana Sa Pa Taza Kwa Rashata. Let's see if you can get it, Chris. Yo, man, Chris. Take your time. Take your time. We ain't got to do the whole thing. So I'm gonna let you repeat the first phrase. You ain't got to go too crazy because I know this is like it's a lot kind of to take in at once. So we're gonna do it slow. You know, we're gonna take baby bites. So we got a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za. And I still said it a little fast, but you do not have to say it that fast at all.
I think you're actually saying it too slow.
That's too slow?
It blurs the rhythm. If you just say Abba, Gada, Ha, Wa, Za,
okay,
it's easier to repeat.
I like that.
That's
I like that.
Shoot be ba da ba doo ba da. They repeat that.
Come on. So he just I don't want to just hit me to something that makes a lot more sense. If we do it a little faster, that may be easier for you to say it because when you hear it, you can spit it back out. So it's Abba Gada Hawaza.
Abba Gada Hawaza.
Man, excellent. Hey, that's something right there. Hey, good point, yo. We'll give a time to that, man. So we're gonna do it one more time. Most time Christ to you, man. So it's Abba Gada Hawaza.
Abba Gada Hawaza.
Excellent. The next one, so when we see the ka, I don't know if you can see that ka is actually really a ha, but it's a hard ha. When you get that hard ha in there, it gives that ka sound. And we're going to tap into that as well, where that ka, or just like the significance of that ka. So we got khataza.
Khataza.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey. Excellent to that. So we got khataza.
Khataza.
Excellent. And we got kalamana sa ipa.
Kalamana sa ipa.
Con means yes. Con means okay. Con is a derivative of a few words. Our language was very simple. Like we could use different words to mean different things, or different words in different instances or situations to apply to different things when we speak. So con can mean okay, yes. It can mean a few things, and that we're gonna see that with a few other words or whatever. But con, man, that's excellent right there, man. We got tazakwa.
Tazakwa.
Yep. Rashata. Excellent. So that is our alphabet, man. I don't know if you could tell, but in our alphabet, they Hebrews are our people, our ancestors, were known as, when you get the term barbarian, not even barbarians. We weren't the barbarians, but they characterized us as barbarians because of our language. Our language was a barbaric type of language because it was very simple. And all of our letters end in A, except for one. All of our letters end in A, except for that one I. It's either I, you can mix the I in a lot of our different letters and a lot of our different words. But all of our letters ended in A. And the different nations of the planet, they used to describe us as barbarians and described it as a barbaric language. Our language started out very simple. There were no vowel rules in our language. When you look at the vowel system of today and how every other language is structured and every other language is based, every language is based through and from a vowel system. Our language didn't have that. Our language was straight consonants, straight. It was no vowels. It was very simple, man. You know, we spoke. It was a strong language, but it was simple, man. So they would characterize us as barbarians because it was all I's except for one I, and no other languages was no other languages. I'm not gonna say no other language, but the languages that came after, they didn't base themselves off of these same rules. That's why they had to incorporate the different vowel systems, man, and that's what kind of separated different language systems. But I digress on that. So excellent job, man, on the paleo. We're gonna get down to writing with a lot of these are. Our paleo language was based off of a pictographic system, man. Our letters were pictographs. Where did we get our language, our letters from, man? All of our letters were based off of pictures that we drew or different things that we would see. And that's how we got our letter system. It started off, like I said, very simple. We got the A, which is the first letter. Also, too, in the Hebrew, we don't write from left to right. The proper way of writing is actually from right to left. Man, the white man's devil, Bible speaks of, man. All oppressors got us all the way flipped and all the way backwards, man. So actually, like when they would say like certain people are dyslexic or they see things the backwards way, or they might read from right to left, it's actually the proper way of reading. That's actually the proper way of writing. So how we write from right to left. So when you see that I might need another mark. I don't know if you can see that. That we had. Let me get another one so you can see. That represented something when we wrote it. That was for a lot. A lot means cow. A lot means cow. And I'm going to show you how every other language and every other alphabetical system is based off of the Hebrew. I'm going to prove it to you tonight. So when you get that which what does it look like? What that look like to you, Chris? Young man, Chris? I don't know if you ever seen that, but what does that look like to you?
It looks like that greater than, is it less than symbol?
Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. That's definitely what it looked like. It does look like that. But it also looks like an A on its side. It's like an A, like the A from the English language on its side. And where did that A from the English language come from, man? It derived from somewhere, because we know our oppressors did not originate anything. They didn't create anything. Everything that we have and everything that comes from our oppressors is always recycled. It's always stolen. Like they stole the land we walking on. Like they stole most of the inventions that they laid claim to, that majority of the slaves invented, but they say that they invented it. Like you name it. Everything that is used or said to be created by our oppressors was stolen from somewhere, man. And that's where we see the English language coming from, like the Anglo-Saxons in England, where the English language derives from. That whole language, the whole writing system, the whole reading system, it comes from somewhere. It comes from this Hebrew. When you see that, it looks like an A on its side, and that's where we get the A. What they did and modernized, they turned it. They didn't invert it, but they turned it to the side, and they made it look like the A that we have today. But this is what our ancestors was writing for the first letter or for the first character in our alphabet system. And really, what our ancestors wrote or what they created when they got this, they seen in Allah. Allah is Hebrew for cow. When they saw a cow, this is what they used to create the first letter or the first character in their writing system, the first character in their system of communicating with each other. So you had the ah, and the ah is short for Allah, which is cow. Allah or alawat also in cow, and I'm gonna go a little bit further. And when it comes to cows, like we were agricultural nation. We did big agriculture, and we were heavy in that. But we also were herders. We also handled livestock, and through our livestock, we handled cows. We handled goats, sheep, you name it. We had livestock, and when they had cows and livestock, it was by the thousands. It was many of them. So when you see a lot, that means cow, but a lot or alawat. When you throw that Y in there, that turns into a plural type thing. But when you have a lot, that also means 1,000. Or right, sir? A lot. Okay.
God.
Yeah, right. My brother. So boom, we got the I for a lot. That's where you get the alpha, or you get the I in the alphabet. We'll go to the next one, man. We got the ba. So that's the ba. You see that ba? What that what you think that looks like? What does that look like to you, young man Chris?
An egg, possibly, or a backwards E. I guess a backwards E.
I can walk with that. Hey man, it look like all that, man. It's like an ink blot test, man. It's whatever you whatever it makes sense to the mind until we start to throw some. Let me get some more room on there. I'm gonna come back a little bit. And we start to put a little bit a few ideas in there. But yeah, man, that kind of does look like an egg, and it does look like a backwards E. What our ancestors seen when they created this one, or this letter, which was the ba, what they seen was, they seen a ba-ya. They seen a ba-ya. So you got the ah and the ba. Seen a ba-ya. You got the ah for Allah, and you got the ba for ba-ya. What is a ba-ya? You ask. I got you, my brother. Hey, man, I got you. Say less. A ba-ya means. I need to give you some different markers. Ba-ya means tent. What our ancestors seen was tent. You also hear some other people kind of characterize the ba-ya as a house or a home, and tent was what our ancestors had to live in when we fled from Egypt, man, out of that slavery, out of that captivity that the Egyptians had us in, man. That major captivity. We fled up out of there and we had to live in tents. You also hear tents described as booths. And you'll hear some people say the Feast of Tabernacles or the Feast of Booths. Those booths or those tents is a bayah. So like you get it's almost like a tent door. And when you see normally, I'm gonna show you in the rest of our letters or in the rest of the Paleo Hebrew, when you see the letters that go under and they curve up, that signify something going into the ground. So the tent was basically it was mounted, or it had like you got to stake a tent down for it not to blow away if it's a heavy wind. You got to stake a tent down so the tent is solid. Tent won't move around. So when you see that little hook going up under there, almost like what they put in the G's or what they, you see that hook going in, that signifies something going in the ground. So this is a tent, and it's mounted into the ground, not mounted into the ground, but basically staked into the ground to where the tent is solid and has basically a solid foundation and won't fly anywhere. So bayah is for tent. You got the I and the ba. That's where we get the alphabet from. Next is our next letter. We'll do Ga. Oh, yeah, this is a good marker right here. Next is Ga. Ga. What that look like to you, young man? Chris, what you think about that one? I don't know if you see that one.
Sir, looks it's a right angle, sir.
Okay.
Say
you
shelter.
You were say that again?
Like an angle to a shelter or something like that, sir.
Okay. No, okay. The only reason why I'm asking that is because when we all first learned these, we all had our own depictions of what we were seeing. And this is also going to help you to be able to characterize, or this is going to help you to be able to get familiar. When you think about what they look like to you, this will help you to retain these different characters or these different letters. So Ga is for Gamal. It's going to help you. It's good that you think about what they look like, because this is, keep that in mind with what they first look like when you're first seeing them, and then like what they actually will be as far as the site work. So ain't no wrong answer, my brother. So keep on coming with it. Ain't no wrong answer. Ga is for Gamal. Excuse my handwriting. I got that The doctor's handwriting. It's lucky. It might look a little crazy, but Ga is for Gamal. Gamal is for a camel. Gamal is for a camel. Gamal sounds like camel. Gamal is how we used to call camels camels. The reason why that is recognized as a camel is because when we seen that and we wrote that third letter in our alphabet system, we were thinking of a camel's hump. This was a camel's hump. So the Gamal for camel. It's for the camel's hump, man. It's almost like the back of the hump. And you know, good night.
Sheesh.
That sounded crazy, didn't it?
It did.
Good night. All right, so we got camel. Gamal for camel, which is the camel's hump. Next we got Da. So we got Ba Ga. Next is Da. We get into the Da. Da. Now this might look familiar to you, man. I know you're familiar with this one. You have probably seen this many times. Not probably, you have seen it. You see it all the time. So Da. It looks like a shape, man. It looks like a triangle. Da is for the La. So I ain't gonna ask you what that one looks like because I mean it's kind of self-explanatory. So we know what the Da looks like. What was that Da? What did that Da look like to our ancestors? Or what did they see when they wrote the Da? And where do you normally see this, man? Where that look familiar? Does that look familiar?
Yeah, like you said, the Dawada, is that the?
Come on now. Yeah, that's a fact, man. The Da is where we get the Dawada. So Dawada, which is for the La, and we're gonna. So when you get the Dawada, what you see, you know, that's why we wear the Dawadas. Dawada is actually the Hebrew name for David. Dawada is Hebrew for the name David. So whenever you hear people in the world saying, "Hey man, why y'all wearing them? What's that? Why y'all wearing that, man? Y'all wearing them Israeli signs, man? That's the Star of David." And they call it a star. The Dawada is not a star. This wasn't even characterized. This wasn't characterized as a star until maybe like the 1700s, maybe. This sign originally was never characterized as a star, and it's not a star. What you're seeing right here, the Dawada, you're seeing the Magun Dawada. Magun means shield. You're seeing the shield of David. So when you see that shield of David, what that shield of David actually is, it's a signet. It's the signature. It is the sign that the house of David used to fly, man, back when our ancestors was all together nation, when there was a nation together, when you would see them rolling, when you see the 12 tribes of Israel rolling, when they about to ride on you, when it was time for war, and when you would see them just moving around, you would see them flying the Magun Dawada. And by them flying the Magun Dawada, you would know that those particular people were from the house of David. They were up under the kingship of King David, man. So when you see this, you see the Da, which is right side up, and then you see the Da, which is upside down. So Dawada, I'm gonna write it down real quick. Got the Da. This is how you spell it. So you see that Dawada, and what it's actually doing is it's a Da and a Da. So you have a Da, and what Wa means in Hebrew, Wa means and. So you're literally seeing a Da and a Da, and Dawada, that's where you get it, where you get the name from. So you got the Da, Wa means and Da. So that's literally just it spelled out, and that was a signet of the house of David. So that's where you get it from. Whenever anybody says you got on the Star of David, you got to be like, nah, you might want to do a little bit more research because it's not a star. And according to the Bible, stars weren't symbols. In the Bible, a star actually, like if you look up the definition of a star in the Bible, a star is either a ball of gas or it is a person, a well-known person. It was a like how we get the term superstars, American Idol, and you got stars that are that are popular and stuff, like the entertainers and stuff. That comes from the term star that you see in the Bible. It means the same exact thing, man. So according to the Bible, man, anytime you see the star, when they go, oh, y'all wearing it, huh? Oh, it died a little bit ago. A minute ago. I wanted to come over with it. Yeah, I wanted to get the video, but it's all good. We ain't going to the video. We're just going to do the sight words for now. But yeah, man, whenever they say it's a star, man, tell them to do a little bit more research, because a star, according to the Bible, is either a ball of gas in the sky or it's a person. So when they say it's the star of a Remphan, or that's a star of Molech, it's not talking about a symbol. It's talking about a person. When they're talking about the star of Chiun and Remphan, and they be like, y'all wearing those devil worshiping suns and stuff, they didn't do enough research, man. So that's not what it means. So we got Da. Da's for Dalah. And Da looks like a triangle. Dalah is the Hebrew word for door. Dalah is the Hebrew word for door. And that Dalah, door, looks a lot like Bayah. Because when you see that Bayah, that actually means tent. That's the front of the tent. If you're looking at a tent from the front, it's almost like the teepees that the Native American Indians would live in, the teepees. It almost looks like that. And in those teepees, it would have a door. And the door would be the shape of the teepee. So go figure. The lock means door. This was the door of the tent. When you're looking at the tent head on, you're looking at the front of it. That's the door. So all of our letters, all of our characters, our language, it makes sense, man. And our people were so, they were so simple, but they were so complete. It's a crazy mixture. Our people were smart, man. It was just a beautiful thing how they came up with this language when we were the original to come up with the language, man. So you see that the lot, it means door. The lot means door. Abagada. Next, we're gonna go to the ha. 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 Also, too, how you can prove that Hebrew is the building block of every language on the planet. When you get a chance, Chris, Google the Proto-Sinaitic script. Like Proto-Sinai, but Sinaitic script. This is an old artifact, man, that was founded by historians, archaeologists. They found this artifact in the Sinai Peninsula. They found this artifact, and this artifact becomes the oldest artifact, or the oldest thing found that they found a alphabet system in, and found an alphabet system on this Proto-Sinaitic script, which they found in the Sinai Peninsula. And they see that this is how the hieroglyphs, or this particular writing, or this particular way of writing, or this artifact, see that there's alphabets on it, and they see that the writing on it has a system to it. And they find out that this is the original, or one of the oldest alphabetic systems in the original alphabetic systems. Salaki. I'm teaching this class right now. You good? All right, no doubt. Tap in, man. Check me out. All right, no doubt. So y'all go and Google that Proto-Sinaitic script. You'll read and you'll see that this is one of the oldest alphabetic artifacts found, and they were able to see that any language, any way of speaking, all was based off of this particular artifact. With this particular artifact, they could not decipher it. how they deciphered it. When they were able to decipher it, the only way they could decipher it was by putting in that Paleo Hebrew into it, and then they were able to decipher what it actually said. And that's how they were able to get an understanding of what it was, where it came from, what it said. Y'all just do the research on it. Look up the Proto-Sinaitic script, and then you'll be able to see this is basically the father of all language, the father of all ways of speaking. And it comes from Hebrew, man, because when they put those Hebrew characters in it, they were able to decipher it. They were able to translate it. And then they were able to see that this was the building block of all languages that we speak from, man. So that's just a little tidbit to take with you. That's how there's a little bit of ammo you can put in your pocket to let people know that Hebrew is the building block of every language on the planet, man. And that's what our ancestors did. That's the beauty, man, of our people, man. That's the beauty of getting back to our old ways, man, that those scriptures told us to get back to, man. So y'all just y'all Google that, y'all check that out. That Proto-Sinaitic script, man. So we got the Ha, which is next. Ha is for Hana. Ha is for Hana. And that Hana means here. Here, like right here, like here. What Craig say on Friday? Come back here, nigga. That here. Let me see that here. It's almost like a supposed to be thing. Let me write the Hebrew Shalaki. It almost looks like a hand or arm. An arm that's pointing. So Ha is for Hana. All right. Yeah, it ain't gonna get us. It might get us. It might not be that clear. Sort of. Get us a better one. So Ha is for Hana. Hana is Hebrew for here. Hebrew for here. That's Hebrew for here. That might be. Hey, you can you see that, Chris? I don't know if that's that clear.
Co-con, sir.
What sign of Christ? So Hana is here. Kind of looks like a hand, might look like an arm, you know, give or take, like a hand or arm, which means here. So Hana was here. The fifth letter of our alphabet, man. Next, we got that Wa. Got that Wa. You better have me Googling with that ink blot test, with the actual name of it. I forget the name of it. With that, can you see that, young man, Chris?
Co-con, sir, it looks like a Y, sir.
Damn right, it does. It does. And that's something that always stuck with me when I do see the Wa. The Wa looks like a Y. And when you say Y, that kind of helps me to be able to pronounce this letter or to pronounce that that character in the right way. When I see it Y, so I'll be like Wa, because Y, Wa, Wa, you know, the beginning of Y. So that Wa is for wow. Wa is for wow. So what is the wow? Wow. That wow, what our ancestors depicted or what they seen or what they came up with for this character was a wow. What is wow in Hebrew? Wow means hook or fish hook. Wow means fish hook. So this was the tool, or this is what their fishing tool, or how they would fish, almost like a pitchfork. It's almost like they used to go out there and hand fish or something like that, right? No?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see one.
Yeah, I do want to see one.
About that last week.
Like what?
Yeah, ancient Hebrew fish hook.
Yeah, because how would they come up with that? Yeah, I would think that it's something. Because Man, I know y'all seen like them cats that go in the water, they be running underwater and shit, man. They be fishing with spears and all that good stuff. Right. That's what I kind of imagine when I see that wow or that as a fish hook. But that could just be a hook that they put on a reel and put on a line, just like regular fishing. It just looked a little different. So I like to see what a ancient fish hook look like as well. So that wow is fish hook. Fish. That wow is fish hook. All right, let me speed it up a little bit. We getting there. We almost at the time. So next we got Y, and then the next one is going to be that za. That za. I niggas don't even know about that za. No more za, man. Put the za down, man, out there. Right. So that za is literally a Z, or it looks like a Z. But what was the za for? The za was for, y'all probably seen this word before, it's for Zion. Za is for Zion. Our ancestors didn't see the za. We're talking about the za. The za was for Zion. Zion. Zion in Hebrew means weapon. Means weapon. Y'all probably have seen this word before, Zion, because we have a general by the name of Ha-Zion, General Ha-Zion. His name means the weapon. When you put that ha in front of the Zion, that ha means the. When you put the ha in front of it, means the weapon. So we have the weapon as General Ha-Zion, but Zion means weapon. So the weapon that our ancestors used, or one of the weapons that they had, like, it's crazy because our culture is so instrumental and our culture is so foundational for all cultures that you see. Like, you see our culture everywhere and we don't even know it. The world, most of the world doesn't even know how influential that our ancestors were to the planet. And that's why to this day, we're so influential in every arena. And it ain't just entertainment. Like, we think it's just entertainment, but when you look around and you actually pay attention to what's going on, you pay attention to the great minds, to the sciences, to the mathematics, to the inventions, to the style, to the, to you name it, to how we speak, to the nomenclature, which is the colloquial terms that the world uses, and just the terms that are coined as cool that the entire planet uses. It comes from niggas. It comes from blacks, black brothers. It comes from Native Indian, Native American Indians. It comes from the Hispanics, which are all black people. We are very influential, man. So when you see, like, a lot of that stuff comes from us. So the Zion, which means weapon, this is like a weapon that you would see in the karate movies, that they had the sticks with the blade on each side, and they like spin it around, and you see it in the kung fu flicks. We had those weapons too, but we had these in the times of antiquity. Those are the weapons we also use, man, and that's what they seen, and that's how they created this character or this particular letter in their alphabet. Za for Zion. So this is like a weapon. It's like a double-edged, not a double-edged sword, but it's like that might be the stick part, and that might be a blade coming out that end and a blade on that end. You'll see it in the Chinese flicks, man. Go look at Return of the 36 Chambers. It ain't Return, it's 36 Chambers. You ain't never seen that, bro? No, bro. That movie is, man, that's a classic, man. That's where Wu-Tang got the Wu-Tang from. The Wu-Tang Clan was in 36 Chambers, but yeah. All right, cool. Don't worry about it. But yeah, the Za comes from Zion, which means weapon. And that weapon was a blade or a knife that was on two sides, man. Next, we got the Cha, which is a hard ha, but a ha. And that ha look like, Cha looks like this, or ha. Looks like, yeah. And when you see that ka is for kawama. Kawama. What you think that look like, young man Chris?
Salaki, sir, I can't see it.
That's kind of small. All right.
Like a ladder.
That's exactly what it looks like.
You just went to a different light bulb.
Dang, it is. You can kind of see it like that a little. Yeah. My bad to Claire, but yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. That's exactly how I characterize it, and that's exactly what how I identify it when I see it. It looks like a ladder, man. Kawama. Kawama, which looks like a ladder. Kawama actually means fence. Means fence. This is what a ancient fence look like, which I mean kind of looks like the fences that we have. It's just a post and a post with the fencing in between. So of course there will be other posts that will continue with the fencing in between. Get my right, man. I ain't no artist. But yeah, that's basically how fences are built. You get a post and then you put the cross pieces in the middle, man. So kawama means fence. Fence. That is the Hebrew term for fence. So fences are what we use to keep our camels on our land. Well, I ain't gonna say on our land, but fences were used as a form of defense, as a form of protection, as a form to keep our animals corralled at times or whatever. Fences were used for a multiple reasons. But the kawama, that's where we get the term fence from. What term is it? 32. We're gonna do a few more. We're gonna get a few more lines, and then we're gonna cut it off on that, and we're gonna get the rest of the sight words. Like it. Oh, Kawakan, I got you, sir. Kawakan, got you.
Yeah, your discretion.
No, yeah, Kawakan, I got you. So we're gonna get a few more. These are our sight words. The next time we pull up, we're gonna tap into those to the rest of the sight words. Next, so after the cha, which is a hard cha, also that cha is where you get the term Ham from. Ham was one of Noah's sons, one of the three sons that populated the earth. You got Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Ham was who historians know and who historians claim and they say is the progenitor of all of the dark-skinned races. Ham. Ham in Hebrew or Ham in the Paleo was Ham. Ham with that ka. That ka was actually how you spell ham. It wasn't ham, it was ham. And that ham was a hard H. And that's where the ham derived from. That ham also, that ham or that ham is also where you get the term cam from. Cam comes from chem, or chem comes from cam. And that's where you get the term kemet from. The term kemet is where every Egyptologist claims the claim to fame, or they claim an identity from. We all come from Cam or Kemet, and they those Egyptologists are the Egyptian science believers. That's where they say we all originate from. We all originate from Kemet. That Chem is a derivation of Ham or Ham. And that's where you get Kemet from Ham and Cam and Kemet. So That's where they get the term kemet from. So the ta is, oh yeah, I'm tripping. Oh yeah, ta. Ta, boom. So that's ta. Ta.
Sometimes I said nah to the
Nah to the side, my nigga. Facts. Big facts, my brother. My dog, man. So we got the ta. That ta is for ta-na-a. 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 What that look like to you, yo, man? Chris, what you think about that one?
Man, Salaki, sir, they stole the X-Men symbol from us.
Fact, huh? They got us, man. They still, man, hey, man, the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, and he steals everything. He hasn't created anything. He has no creative juice, man. He ain't got no juice. The juice he gets is from the children of the Most High, man. They get all their juice from us, man. They can't create nothing, but that definitely does look like the X-Men symbol. Look like X marks the spot. Looks like an X with a circle around it. That's definitely what it looks like. But what our ancestors saw when they created this and they wrote that down, and what Tana'a is, Tana'a actually means basket. Tana'a means basket. And when you look at a basket, like the baskets that might have like the two handles, or you think of a basket, you think of those baskets that were weaved with like with almost like palm branches. They might have been weaved with like hay or weaved with straw. It's like they weave the basket, and at the bottom you see that weaving, and it would kind of come into an X at the bottom. So we're looking at the how it was weaved, or the style of the basket being weaved. You see the X at the bottom. And that's how we came up with the letter or the character ta. So ta was like basket, or the bottom of a basket. When you're looking at the bottom of it, you see that X in it. And that's what Tana'a is. We got the Tana'a. Next is Yah. And we're going to do two more, and then we're going to come back and we'll tap into the rest of them on the part 2 for the beginners class of the Hebrew. So Yah. You see that? You see this term very often, or not term. You might not see this letter often, but you hear that Yah very often. Hear that Yah very often. So Yah is for Yad. Yad. You hear the Yah in Yahweh, which is Jesus Christ's name, or what his actual Hebrew name was. And you hear that Yah in the Most High's name, in the Yahweh. So you see that Yah, or if you see it written down, you wouldn't see that a lot, but you hear the Yah very often, man. What do you think that look like? Young man, Chris, what do you think about that one?
Sir, it looks like an F with this little line at the bottom, backwards F.
It definitely does. Well, it definitely does. What our ancestors saw, or when they drew that, or what they had in mind when they drew that, they had this in mind. Yad is hand. Yad is hand, and it's almost like a hand grabbing something. This is like the arm, and this is where the elbow bends, and that's like the hand. So it's like a grabbing something, like almost like that. I'm gonna get one of those printouts that we got. It shows the character, shows the letter, it shows the name of it and what the name means in the Hebrew, but it also gives like a pictorial, like an actual drawing of what all of these are. Like it show like a little basket, it showed a little hand like that to kind of give you a better understanding or a better grasp, man, of what each of these are. But the Yah is for Yad. Yad is hand in the Hebrew. Next is going to be very similar. It's going to It's gonna relate to this one a lot. So the next one is Ka. Next one is Ka. Next one is Ka. What that one look like to you, young man, Chris? I don't know if you can see that.
Maybe half an eyeball, maybe.
Say it again.
Maybe like half a ball.
Okay.
Half a ball, whole ball.
Hey man, ain't no wrong answers, my dog. Ain't no wrong answers, brother. So yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. For sure. Someone say that mud look like I've heard all different types. When I first seen it, I thought it looked like unfinished Pac-Man head or something like that. Or it looked like a C with a V inside of it. But yo, I mean, hey, whatever's clever, man. You like it, I love it. That Ka is the Ka, K-A. But that Ka for cat means palm. It's like the palm of your hand. In the palm of your hand, it has those little lines in it. And then the curves, kind of. That's what our ancestors was thinking when they came up with this one. But that's what they had in mind when they came up with this particular character or this particular letter with the palm. Kap in Hebrew is palm. Palm. Kap in Hebrew is palm. Did you back there?
No.
Oh.
You left with your rib.
You just left?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. What's another correct? I'm about to say, yeah, you've been quiet, but
You went back out.
live and never guy, no doubt. So Kap means palm. This is the last one because we're about to cut it off. The last one, we're gonna do the la. That la, this is where you get that. This is where you get the L from in the English language, man. They just straight up said, all right, we taking that one. We like that, we taking that, we using that. La is for lamad. La is for lamad. Lamad. Lamad means to learn. And that's what we try and do every day here, man. And Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We try to relearn our culture. We try to relearn our native tongue, relearn our native way of writing, relearn our native way of speaking. And that's what we do here day in and day out, man. We try to relearn our culture, man. We try to get back to the ways of our ancestors, We got Lamad for learn. I mean, we gotta cut it off tonight, man. We got to all right, come on. So that's what we do, man. We do here day in and day out, man. We try and learn our culture, we try and learn our heritage, we try to get back to the old ways that we read in Jeremiah 6. We try to gather ourselves together. Right. And how do we gather ourselves together? By getting back to our culture, getting back to the ways of our ancestors, man. And through that, we just learn the way we speak, and we learn our history, our historical records, man, by reading these scriptures, man. So with that being said, man, we're gonna cut it off right now, and we're gonna jump into the rest of them. It's basically sight words. We're gonna jump to the rest of the sight words. When we come back, it's gonna be a part 2. This is Hebrew Lashawan Qadash 101. This is the rudimentaries, man. This is the beginners, man. This is for the novices. This is for anybody got any questions. Yo, man, Chris, you got any questions? Are you Twab?
Twab, sir. The water for letting me in. The water.
Man, most time Christ. The water for coming through and kicking it with me, man. The water for you, my brother. Hopefully, I see you tomorrow, man. It's Sabbath, man. Plan on coming through, man. So the water for popping through, man. And the water for the brotherhood and just joining us tonight, man. So yeah, we appreciate that. And with that being said, we got the folder. Today, the oppressor has named today as Juneteenth. We don't celebrate that. I should have gotten to some of the history on it. We don't. We only celebrate the days and the holy days that the Most High gave us. We celebrate the days that the Most High deemed for us to celebrate, man. And that's a part of us getting back to the old ways. We throw away all of the traditions and all of the culture of the oppressor that he gives us, because he gave us Juneteenth, even though he said that we was free, or the Emancipation Proclamation, so-called freed the slaves. A lot of our ancestors wasn't free, and our ancestors were only freed not because they felt sorry for them, or not because they wanted to, they felt bad, or they wanted to be conscious people. They freed the slaves because they had to. They freed the slaves because the South was about to secede from the North. It was a whole war. They killed each other over freeing slaves. And the only way to keep the South and the North together was to free the slaves, so the economy wouldn't fall. The economy wouldn't fold and be destroyed at that time, man. So, man, us celebrating, cool. Our ancestors was free, but we need to celebrate when this country and when this land is destroyed by not only the oppressors, but by the Lord, man. So it's a little tidbit, man. 1865, Emancipation Proclamation, June 19th. They freed the slaves because they had to, for monetary reasons, man. It wasn't for them feeling sorry because, you know, they wanted to do something nice. They wanted to do something righteous. It ain't nothing righteous about this country. And every day that we get to learn the history of our people and learn the history of our oppressors, and that keeps us in the proper balance, that lets us know that keeps us away from being tricked, man, and being tricked by our oppressors, thinking that we can be a part, or thinking that we can be joined with them when the Most High commanded us to be separate, man. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I get off on a tangent, and we keep on talking about history. But the water for checking in, young man Chris. And with that being said, we're gonna pass the class over to the mighty priest and officer, Napash Ra'ab, for the announcements.
Let's clap it up for that class. Clap it up, clap it up. Appreciate that information and all that glorious history, because people do things and know not what they do it for or to.
Right.
But we are the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the feast of the memorial blowing of trumpets, which will be September the 11th at even. All right, that'll be, according to the biblical calendar, that'll be the first day of the 7th month. Check us out. That'll be the first day of the 7th month at even. That translates to Friday, September the 11th at even. Should be a good one, because especially on a Friday to have a high holy day.
I've been waiting on
you know what I mean? A good weekend high holy day. That's some good vibes, man. Ain't nobody leaving. I know that. All right, Salakia. Remind Akim and Akwathian to check the bulletin board in the front and the calendar in the back for upcoming events in the class schedule, and the high holy days is also on the bulletin board. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you must start wearing all black: boots, pants, shirt, headband, and scarf. With that, we'll give one courtesy salute to the men of Israel. Men of Israel, Amai Shabbat, Amai Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat, Yad Matah means hands down. We'll give one courtesy salute to the sisters online. Men of Israel, Amayim Shabbat, Amayim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Alatan Ba'ashim Yahushai. Yad Matah means hands down. Class dismissed.